Some say that it's hateful, trash talk. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sade Gray.
And I'm Judith Ruiz Branch. Spread the Word to End the Word is doing its part to eliminate the word from everyday conversation. NewsBeat's Holly Hojak is here with the story.
A local school is taking the time to teach its students about the harmful effects of using the word retard or retarded. Students were able to see firsthand what the harmful effects are for people with disabilities.
Students at Mount Greenwood School are becoming part of an effort to end the use of the word retard or retarded. Jen Marcello is the manager of the Young Athletes Special Olympics in Illinois, and she spoke to the students at the assembly.
When you use that word, it means that you are making fun of somebody. And so, what we're here today is to talk about not using that word. And it's called Spread the Word to End the Word.
The nationally endorsed campaign is raising awareness about the hurtful effects of using the R word. One mother spoke to the students about how the R word affects her son.
Because the R word is hurtful to him. And it goes back to when we were first, all those fears of where people hurt his feelings. And you just don't want to have that.
Over 800 students attended the assembly, which included music, skits, guest speakers, and public service announcements, educating the students on how they can help change the world.
They can listen to it and open their ears, and so they can decide not to use it in a school. A good thing, because it's a bad thing. And they have to end the R word as soon as possible.
If we instill this value in them now, it's something that they'll continue on for the rest of their life.
Some students think this campaign has the power to change the world.
It's spreading pretty fast, actually, faster than I expected it to, because my brother, he plays on a hockey team, and there's about 14 other people on their team, so when he tells one person, it will spread to all 14, then it'll spread to their friends and their friends after that.
I think it'll catch on for a couple of people, but it might be a little difficult.
It's really up to everyday people to stop the use of hateful words.
So hey, if you're interested in making a pledge to stop the use of the R word, go to www.r-word.org. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. Dozens of students and faculty gathered together to celebrate the life of Jay Polhill.
The Columbia College sophomore was found dead last week after an intense search. NewsBeat's Ian Sansevera is live outside our studio with the story.
Thanks, guys. The talk around Columbia is still about the tragic death of student Jay Polhill. At an emotional memorial service held by Columbia College last Friday, I talked to several students who described Jay as a very unique, magnetic, fun-loving, and caring individual who will be missed by those close to him.
Clearly a man who was charming and personable and brought smiles to everyone around him.
Memorial services were held at Columbia College Chicago on Friday for Jay Polhill, a photography major found dead on March 2nd in the Little Calumet River. Polhill was a sophomore at Columbia College and was last seen on February 28th outside of his University Center dorm building. Friends and family that knew Polhill gathered at 623 South Wabash to pay their last respects and to appreciate his stunning artwork, creativity, and to share lasting memories.
The way how he portrays himself around other people, it makes you want to love him. There's no possible way you could have hated him.
Jay never judged anybody.
He is one of the most important people that has ever come into my life. Jay made you feel like home. It was one of his gifts.
He was one of the greatest things that could have ever happened to this school and ever happened to anybody that could have ever met him.
There was nothing that you could do that could make him think any less of you as a person.
He had just such a gentle, kind spirit, yet he was full of fire. If somebody needed a friend, or they needed a laugh, or they needed help, Jay was there.
I love you, Jay.
Love you, Jay.
I love you, Jay. I love you, Jay. Thanks for everything.
Well, the cause of Jay's death is still unknown and investigations are still open. Columbia College Chicago is actually going to be providing transportation to Jay's memorial service this coming up Friday, and students that are interested should contact Student Services for more information about the event. Live on Michigan Avenue for NewsBeat, I'm Ian Sansevera. Back to you guys in the studio.
A sad story, Ian. Thank you.
Thank you.
There was nothing he wouldn't do for his friend, even if it meant killing. That's exactly what 23-year-old Jacob Nadarzi did for Johnny Borisov. The two men have been charged with murder and conspiracy in the death of the Kramer family, who were slain in their Darien home last week. Borisov was in a custody battle with the Kramer's daughter, Angela, who was an intended target but unharmed during the incident. Birds are not the only one to blame this time. A small plane from Michigan made an emergency landing after the pilot hit a deer on the runway. The small plane was taking off from in Grays Lake Sunday. Fire officials in Wheeling say the pilot reported problems with the landing gear shortly after the collision. The plane landed on its wheel and left wing. Officials say that none of the 6 people on board were injured. The incident is still under investigation. You can take it. It pays to be a Chicago transit driver, literally. A new report shows that they're among the highest paid in the nation. Despite the recent CTA budget cuts, Chicago bus drivers ranked at number 3 for top wage rates, making $28.64 an hour. One bus driver says they're worth more because they take a lot of abuse. California and Boston tied for number 2 with $28.86 an hour, and Massachusetts ranked at number 1 with $30.18 an hour.
It has happened again. Another deadly earthquake, this time in Turkey. We'll have the latest.
Then, ordinary women making history around the world. How Columbia College is celebrating International Women's Day.
Then the Oscar goes to a Columbia alum. A look at the film that landed a former student the gold. A Chicago pretzel company is helping with the celebration of women around the world with the motto, Yes to Peace.
It's all for International Women's Day. NewsBeat's Stacey Aletto is here to explain more.
People gathered near the Columbus Street Bridge on Michigan Avenue with one purpose in mind, to celebrate International Women's Day.
International Women's Day!
Today we're celebrating International Women's Day, and this is part of a worldwide event called Join Us on the Bridge with Women for Women International, to celebrate women and to empower women.
Scott Holstein's Gourmet Pretzel Company is hosting this year's event.
Kim and Scott's Gourmet Pretzels, from the very start, we were committed to making a difference with every pretzel made and sold. It's called Pretzels with a Purpose.
Close to 65 countries worldwide celebrate this day. This year marks the 100th anniversary, but it's the first time Chicago has hosted a celebration.
It's a great cause. I think they're having a lot of fun out here, and what better cause than Women's Day and anti-war.
To celebrate, people listened to music, ate pretzels, and signed a Yes to Peace pledge.
I signed the pledge because I think it's so important for us to support each other in our own communities for women, not just, think about what's happening in Rwanda or the Congo, but here in Chicago, how can women support women? And that's what International Women's Day is about to me.
There are many different holidays that celebrate women, but this day takes on different meanings for everyone.
And I've got 2 beautiful daughters, and I want them to grow up in a world where they have completely equal chance to succeed and where they don't know oppression to women.
Here at Columbia College, there are dozens of events planned for Women's History Month. Check out the school website for details. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Stacey. First Haiti, then Chile, now Turkey is picking up the pieces after a deadly earthquake. It happened in eastern Turkey. At least 51 people were killed in the 5.9 quake Monday. 100 aftershocks soon followed. Many quake survivors are now living in aid tents. Mud bricks buildings are being blamed for the number of deaths. The Turkish government now proposes to build quake-proof homes in the area.
Columbia College was well represented in the Oscars, the major picture that landed former student the Oscars.
Then you could call it the odd couple. McDonald's and Weight Watchers? How the two are teaming up. Seriously.
And I'm Kelly Bartoli. No need for sunglasses. Fog is blanketing much of the area. How long will it stick around? Your full forecast is straight ahead.